I don't know what I'm doing. I really don't understand how it works.
The spotlight jumps from fatherhood to TikTok to wedding speculation faster than a football snap. First up, Jason Kelsey melts hearts reflecting on fatherhood, calling it the ultimate role that outshines every Pro Bowl and trophy he's ever earned.
I think one of the best things a person can be in this world is a father. A father who is present, loving, devoted just may be the greatest gift a child could ask for in our society.
And then, Travis Kelce casually drops the most random update ever. His brother is now on TikTok, totally clueless but somehow racking up millions of views.
New news, Jason has joined TikTok.
That's right, Travis. I've finally done it.
Jason admits he's winging it, with videos ranging from giant root beer mugs to face close-ups that become roast fodder.
Why the fuck is your nose so big?
It's an optical illusion.
Meanwhile, Travis's off-season stirs retirement questions and Taylor Swift's legal drama adds unexpected spice. And yes, wedding plans are on pause because the couple is all about low-pressure vibes, savoring time together before locking in any dates or napkin colors, proving even celebrity life needs chill mode. Before anyone could even process that one of Philly's loudest, toughest, most lovable linemen was actually done, Jason Kelce stepped up and reminded everyone that life doesn't end when cleats come off. It just gets a lot more meaningful and probably a lot louder at home. His retirement moment didn't feel like a farewell tour. It felt like a reality check. The good kind. The kind that makes you pause mid-scroll and go, okay, wow, this guy gets it. For years, fans knew Kelsey as the emotional engine of the Eagles, the guy who played like every snap owed him money. But when he talked about retirement, football quietly took a back seat. What really mattered to him now was family, the people who shaped him long before the NFL ever came calling. He spoke about his parents with clear gratitude, crediting them for building the backbone he carried onto the field.
My father believed in me more than anyone. He believed in my brother, and whenever my own insecurities would arise or self-doubt would come in, he would stifle them with the warm embrace of belief, unwavering love and belief.
He reflected on his wife Kylie, describing her as the steady force who grounded his life beyond stadium chaos, and the partner who helped him build a home that now brings him more fulfillment than any win ever did.
I think it's no coincidence I have enjoyed my best years of my career with Kylie by my side. She has brought the best out of me through love, devotion, support, honesty, intelligence. She has also given me 3 beautiful girls and a life that increasingly brings me more fulfillment off the field than it does on.
The biggest shift, though, was fatherhood. Kelsey made it clear that being a present, loving dad wasn't just a role, it was the role. He views this chapter as his real legacy, especially with 3 daughters watching everything he does. Success, for him, no longer lives in highlight reels or trophies. It lives in everyday moments at home, the kind no camera ever catches.
I think one of the best things a person can be in this world is a father. A father who is present, loving, devoted just may be the greatest gift a child could ask for in our society.
He also touched on his bond with Travis Kelce, and if you thought that brotherhood was just good PR, think again. Jason implied that their relationship shaped who he became, teaching him toughness, loyalty, patience, and how to show up for someone else no matter what. Long before fame, that connection was doing the heavy lifting.
There is no chance I'd be here without the bond Travis and I share. It made me stronger, tougher, smarter, and taught me the values of cooperation, loyalty, patience, and understanding.
And that lifelong brotherhood energy doesn't disappear when the mic switches hands, because almost immediately after that emotional wave, Travis Kelce pops up doing what he does best, keeping things light while the internet absolutely loses its mind. Instead of addressing the elephant-sized rumors stomping around his life right now, Travis casually drops what might be the most unserious update possible. Jason Kelce is officially on TikTok. Yes, that Jason. The freshly retired, emotionally reflective, built like a brick wall Jason.
New news, Jason has joined TikTok.
That's right, Travis. I've finally done it. Well, I have 2 videos. I think they're both very high quality.
The timing alone made people do a double take because Travis is coming off a rough season and swimming through nonstop questions about his future. Yet here he is breaking news about his brother discovering the algorithm. Travis didn't frame it like some big announcement either, more like a blink and you miss it moment during the podcast news segment, which somehow made it even funnier. Jason quickly confirmed it himself and, true to brand, basically admitted he had no clue what he was doing and wasn't pretending otherwise. The account name alone screams reluctant participation, and insiders say that's exactly the joke. Jason leaning fully into the irony of joining a platform he openly doesn't get.
I don't know what I'm doing. I really don't understand how it works.
Since retiring in 2024 after a long Eagles run, he stayed busy with analyst duties and podcasting, so TikTok just feels like another chaotic side quest. Meanwhile, Travis's world is louder. Kansas City just wrapped a brutal 6-11 season, their first playoff miss in over a decade, and while his personal stats were solid, the overall vibe was not. He's been quieter than usual outside the podcast, letting speculation swirl about whether he'll suit up again next season, with a decision expected sometime in early April.
Honestly, I've been just focused on trying to win football games, man. I'll let that be a decision that I make with my family, friends, the Chiefs organization, when the time comes.
And that internet breaking moment turns into full-blown chaos almost instantly, because once Jason Kelsey dipped a toe into TikTok, the algorithm grabbed him by the hoodie and said, "Welcome, sir." What started as a reluctant experiment has already snowballed into millions of eyeballs watching a man openly admit he has zero idea what he's doing, and somehow that honesty is exactly why it's working. Jason confirms he's on the app, claims his tiny collection of videos is premium content, and then immediately undercuts himself by branding the account with a username that basically screams midlife confusion.
Hey, Travis, I've finally done it. I have 2 videos. I think they're both very high quality.
His bio doesn't even try to pretend otherwise, flat out admitting he's clueless, which, according to sources, only made people hit follow harder. Within days, the numbers start popping off. Hundreds of thousands of followers roll in, views shoot into the millions, and Jason's TikTok resume already looks better than most influencers who actually know how to edit. One of his first posts is a short clip of a giant spinning root beer mug outside a restaurant, which he apparently filmed while traveling, and understanding absolutely none of the platform's features. He didn't even realize he was selecting music, which somehow makes the whole thing even more on brand.
This was when I was still figuring out what I was doing. I didn't even know I was picking this song. I was in Huntington, West Virginia, and saw this Frost Stop root beer mug.
Another video is just his face, up close and personal, which immediately turns into roast material for Travis, who wastes zero time questioning the camera angles and blaming science, lighting, and optical illusions for whatever's happening on screen.
I like the newest one. The newest one's, I like this one.
Why the fuck is your nose so big?
It's an optical illusion.
You really do have like a button nose. Like that nose is, you got like a real we got like a little marble on the end of your nose there.
Naturally, Kelsey enters the chat, because this is now a family production. She skipped the mic and went straight for the comment section, applauding Jason for finally figuring out how music works on TikTok, like he just unlocked a basic life skill. Their long-running habit of trolling each other slides perfectly into this new digital playground, and Jason's account is basically free real estate for Kylie to keep the jokes coming. Fans already know their dynamic well, from past pranks to podcast stories, and TikTok just gives it a shinier, louder stage. And just when Jason's TikTok era starts feeling like peak wholesome chaos, the spotlight swivels hard because Travis's quiet off-season suddenly gets drowned out by a whole different kind of noise. While he's still sitting with that big career question mark hovering over his head, the conversation swerves thanks to Taylor getting unintentionally dragged into legal drama that absolutely nobody had on their 2026 bingo card. Travis has been keeping his head down since the Chiefs' rough finish, but the universe had other plans once private messages involving Taylor surfaced in court documents tied to a messy Hollywood dispute. Suddenly, instead of retirement talk, everyone's dissecting texts, timelines, and legal filings like it's a true crime podcast drop. Sources explain that Taylor ended up caught in the crossfire between Blake Lively and a film director, with her messages popping up after documents were unsealed in New York. The texts show Taylor reacting to concerns her friends had raised, and while her name was never meant to be center stage, it became exactly that once the internet did what it does best. Legal teams on both sides immediately started spinning the release in opposite directions, each claiming the messages supported their version of events. Insiders describe it as one of those situations where nobody actually wins, but everyone suddenly has opinions. Meanwhile, Travis is still technically in limbo, though he hasn't vanished entirely. He's stayed consistent on the podcast, and listeners caught what sounded like genuine excitement when news broke that Eric Bieniemy was coming back into the Chiefs building. Travis's reaction set off alarms among fans, because it didn't sound like someone mentally packing up his locker for good. His enthusiasm about reconnecting with Bieniemy, both as a coach and as a person, had people reading between every single line like it was a breakup text.
I can't wait to see him back in the building, man. He's one of my favorite coaches of all time. Going to be awesome to see him back in the building and see him back wearing the Chiefs logo, baby. I've had so many unbelievable, growing moments under him as a player, as a person, and I just love the guy.
And just as the rumor mill revs up over Travis's potential comeback, the wedding chatter quietly hits the brakes, because Travis and Taylor are playing it cooler than a fan in a Minnesota winter. Sources spill that while everyone on the internet is desperately trying to pencil in a June ceremony, the reality is a lot less "here's the guest list" and a lot more "let's actually enjoy each other without spreadsheets and seating charts breathing down our necks." Taylor, ever the multitasking queen, is still stacking hits and studio sessions, while Travis is weighing whether his cleats stay laced or go in the closet, which makes wedding planning feel like trying to organize a tailgate during a snowstorm. People close to the couple describe it as a low-pressure engagement vibe. Think cozy dinners and Netflix nights over florist appointments and cake tastings. The duo reportedly isn't rushing into contracts with planners or picking napkin colors yet. They're savoring the glow of being engaged without turning it into a project management nightmare. Travis's uncertainty about his NFL future is the main speed bump here. Until he decides whether to suit up for another season or retire for good, locking in a wedding date feels like trying to call a Hail Mary with a blindfold on. Possible, but why risk it? And yes, while summer might be the sweet spot, he's mentioned before that June weddings avoid clashing with autumn football madness. Sources caution that nothing is set in stone. Friends of Taylor note that even with her perfectionist tendencies, she seems unusually zen about letting plans unfold naturally. Rather than whipping out spreadsheets and color swatches, she's reportedly focusing on quiet, quality time with Travis, enjoying the engaged life without turning it into a full-blown production.
Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce are reportedly going through the first real test in their relationship as his potential NFL retirement looms amid their wedding planning. Sources claim that Taylor has been focused more on lifting Travis's defeated spirits following the Kansas City Chiefs losing season than on wedding arrangements. Taylor is trying to put him in a better mood by spending more time with him and not bombarding him with wedding plans.
The pace reflects their shared desire to keep things intimate and genuine, rather than bowing to outside pressure. Public appearances are still low-key, the social media hype is being ignored, and both are treating their engagement like a season of self-care. Do the big stuff later, enjoy the small stuff now. For the moment, the wedding is more of a distant horizon than an immediate deadline, and everyone close to them insists that when the timing feels right, the planning will naturally follow. Until then, it's all about the relationship, not the calendar, and honestly, that might just be the smartest play in celebrity romance history. That's all for this video, folks. We'll see you next time.